Maria, and today I'm going to show you how to fix the installation failed, destination folder already exists error. If you want to customize your WordPress website, you'll likely need to install plugins and themes. However, when WordPress detects an existing folder for a specific plugin, you might receive the installation failed, destination folder already exists error. This can prevent you from improving or updating your site with new software. In this video, we'll show you how to fix it using 4 simple methods. Let's get started. But before we get too far, I want to let you know that there will be links to more resources in the video's description. And remember, subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications for future helpful content. Now, how to fix the installation failed destination folder already exists error. When you manually upload a theme or plugin, you might not realize that it's already installed on your website. If this happens, you'll receive the installation failed, destination folder already exists error. In a nutshell, this error message prevents you from uploading the same files multiple times. Once WordPress finds an existing folder with the same path, it will alert you. When this occurs, all you have to do is click on the Replace Current with Uploaded button. This will upload the new file and delete the old one at the same time. Alternatively, you can cancel the upload and keep the old theme or plugin. With either option, you can avoid the hassle of editing site files. However, it is important to note that this method will only work after you upload a plugin or theme in a zip file. If WordPress doesn't allow you to simply replace the existing folder with a new one, you'll likely need to manually delete it. Before you get started with this method, it's always a good idea to back up your website. You can even make an external backup if you're worried about editing your site's files incorrectly. This is something you should do anytime you plan to modify site files directly. Then, you'll need to check how your hosting provider manages site files, depending on your web host. You'll likely use either a file transfer protocol client or cPanel. Certain hosting providers enable you to access site files with an FTP client. Essentially, this will connect to your website server, allowing you to browse and edit your files. Before you connect to an FTP client, you'll need to find your login credentials. Usually, your hosting provider will give you this information. If you have a Kinsta hosting plan, you can start by opening your My Kinsta dashboard. Then navigate to Sites. After that, click on the website you want to connect to an FTP client. On the info page of your website, find the SFTP or SSH section. This will give you your username, password, host name, and port number. Be sure to keep this tab open so you can easily copy and paste this information later. Next, open an FTP client. FileZilla is a popular option that supports FTP, FTPS, and SFTP access. Plus, it's free to download. With a Kinsta hosting plan, you'll have to change FileZilla's settings to support SSH file transfer protocol. Like FTP, SFTP will enable you to access and edit your site's files. Only SFTP will use a secure channel to transfer files. To allow FileZilla to support SFTP, go to File, then Site Manager. Then click on a new site and give it a name. For the protocol setting, change it to SFTP-SSH File Transfer Protocol. Underneath this section, copy and paste your host name and port number. After this, click on Connect. In the pop-up window that follows, enter your username and password for your Kinsta server. This is the information you found previously in your My Kinsta dashboard. Then select OK to finish connecting your website. If your website successfully connects to FileZilla, you'll see your site files in the Remote Site section. To delete the destination folder, select Public, then WP Content. Then, open either the Plugins or Themes folder, depending on which software is causing the issue. Next, find the folder that's named after the plugin or theme that you want to install. Since this existing folder is preventing you from installing a new version, you'll need to right-click on it and delete it. Now you can go back to your WordPress dashboard and reinstall your new plugin or theme. As an alternative to an FTP client, some hosting providers use cPanel. This gives you a user-friendly control dashboard to view and edit site files. This makes it an effective option for users without technical knowledge. Before you start using cPanel, you'll need to find your login credentials from your web host. Usually, hosting providers will provide a direct access link for your cPanel account after you purchase a hosting plan. However, you can also use these links to access your cPanel at any time. After you open your cPanel dashboard, locate the public HTML folder. Inside, you'll find the WP content folder, which contains all of the data for your themes and plugins. In WP content, choose either the plugins or themes folder. This will depend on the software that you're trying to install on your website. If you'd like to delete a certain plugin, open the plugins folder and look for a folder named after that plugin. Here, we'll use the Jetpack plugin as an example. Select the folder, right-click on it, and choose Delete. Be careful not to remove the entire plugins folder, just the folder with a specific plugin name. If you need to delete a theme, you can walk through these same steps. You'll simply need to open the themes folder and delete the file named after the desired theme instead. Once you return to your WordPress dashboard, you should notice that the plugin or theme was removed from your website. Now, you can try to reinstall the software again. As a more efficient method, you can delete an existing folder using the WordPress CLI or WP-CLI. This is WordPress's command line interface, which you can use to perform many administrative tasks. Since WP-CLI has a text-based interface, you can implement commands to delete plugins, add user roles, moderate comments, and more. This can be much faster than having to navigate through site files in an FTP client. However, keep in mind that this method requires some experience with WP-CLI commands, which can be difficult for beginners. To get started using WP-CLI, you'll first have to make sure to meet the minimum requirements. It's recommended that you have a Unix-like environment, PHP version 5.6 or later, and at least WordPress 3.7. Once you have ensured you meet the requirements, go to your My Kinsta dashboard. In the SFTP/SSH information, find the SSH terminal command. Next, you can copy and paste this command into your terminal. After you enter the password for your Kinsta account, you should be able to access your site's files. If you need to delete an existing theme, you can use this command. You'll simply need to replace 2012 with your theme name. Alternatively, you can enter this command to delete a plugin. Instead of hello, be sure to include the name of the specific plugin you want to remove. Once you see that your command was successful, you can return to your WordPress dashboard. This should allow you to upload the desired theme or plugin again without receiving an error. If you don't want to take the time to connect to an FTP client or WP-CLI, you can download the File Manager plugin. With this tool, you can edit, delete, and upload folders without ever leaving your WordPress dashboard. First, go to Plugins, then Add New. After searching for the File Manager plugin, install and activate it. Then, click on the WP File Manager tab. Here, you'll see your site files similar to using an FTP client or cPanel. Now, you'll need to find the existing destination folder. To do this, navigate to Public, then WP Content. If you need to delete a certain theme, double-click on the Themes folder. For plugins, click on the Plugins folder. Find the specific theme or plugin you want to delete. Like the other methods on this list, you can right-click on the folder and simply delete it. To finish the removal process, select Remove. This will automatically delete the folder for that piece of software. Finally, go back to your plugins or themes page. You'll see that the plugin or theme was deactivated and the file was removed. Now you can re-upload the correct software. You shouldn't see the installation failed destination folder already exists error anymore. After you've successfully uploaded a new tool, keep in mind that it's best to carefully monitor the performance of your site in the following days, as your new software could be incompatible with your pre-existing add-ons. With Kinsta, you can easily keep an eye on your site's performance using our APM tool. Looking for a quality local development solution? With Kinsta, in a single click, you can design, develop, and deploy new WordPress projects from your local machine. Plus, it's 100% free to use, even if you aren't a Kinsta customer. Download today at kinsta.com/devkinsta. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tutorials, explainers, and helpful content like this.